What's up, guys? Okay, so today was a little bit more active day than yesterday. I was watching CLSN and it started to run, and so I got in at about $2.19 with 50 shares, and I held it for a little bit. Eventually, it pushed up to 223, and I added another 50 shares, making my full sizing about 100 shares. From there, it kind of teetered back and forth between the 220s and the 230s, eventually popping up nicely, hitting that $2.40 area where I exited, and I got filled for about a $17 profit on this trade, so it's definitely a nice starting trade for the day. Okay, so my next trade from today was on KOOL, and this one was moving really rapidly. It got rejected at that whole dollar of $5, and so once it finally broke over that, I got in at about $5.15 with 50 shares, and this one was just moving really rapidly. It kept bouncing over the whole dollar of $5 and then under it until eventually I just got spooked out of this trade and exited at $5 even for a $6 or $7 loss. Okay, so after that first loss on KOOL, I was still watching it and I noticed it was breaking over that previous high, and so stubbornly I got back in this thing at $5.18 with 50 shares. You know, looking back, I probably should have just held this thing the entire time. A good stop for that first trade on KOOL should have been at the $4.90 range, and so I should have let it, at least test that before exiting, but this one ended up working out for me and I was able to compensate for that first loss. And so like I said, I got in at $5.18 with 50 shares and started riding it up all the way to the $5.37 point, which is where I finally made my exit for an $8 or $9 profit on my small U stock account. Okay, so my next trade was on KOOL again, and this one had been moving really quickly. I got in once it broke that $0.50, and I think I was filled at $5.64 with only 25 shares. I used a much smaller share size this time just because I was already up about $20 or $25 on the day, and so I just didn't want to give back any profit so far. So yeah, really quickly it pushed up in my direction, quickly heading into the 580s and into the 590s. Once it reached that $5.92 point, it actually froze right there, and it worried me at first, so I just ended up exiting the trade. It was getting halted at that point, guys, most likely a circuit breaker halt, and it actually was bad luck of me to get out this thing, because usually, I know I've said it before, but if a stock is pushing up and gets halted on the way up, a lot of times it will gap up, and that's exactly what KOOL did in this place. It resumed at about $6.15, and so I missed out on some profits there, but ultimately I was already up a decent amount on the day, and so I can't complain too much about it. Okay, so my last trade on the day was on CLSN again, and I got in at about $2.89 with 30 shares. Something you'll notice that I do is as the day goes on, I try to use smaller and smaller share size just to protect my profits and keep me from taking bigger losses if I'm having a losing day. And so it had a little trouble breaking over that $2.90 area, but eventually it did, and it pushed over $3. At this point, I was just trying to give it a little bit of time to see if it would break over and hold that $3 area, and so it did that nicely and started pushing up, reaching that $3.10 area relatively quickly afterwards it broke. So I've been working on using limit orders, and I got out with a limit order on this trade. I think I just hit the bid at $3.10 or 11 cents for a $6 or $7 profit on my small U stock account. I ended the day up about $30. It was actually $29 net profit, and so it was a good day for me. Be sure to come check out our free day trading chat room. I post a link in each video's description. Also, make sure you hit those like and subscribe buttons if you want to do your most to help support this channel. Thanks, guys, and good luck in the markets tomorrow.